What's up, guys? Steve here. Got a Comic Con haul video I'm going to show. I need to put some books away, so I'm going to go ahead and show what I picked up. I'm probably not going to go through every book. I'm probably going to just show like a handful if they're just some commons or whatever. I'm not going to bore you with all of them. I'm kind of like Vin Crew whenever I go these shows. You know, I don't really target a key, I guess. I want to try and fill holes real cheap. So I target $1 and below books. You know, most of these are about, I think about 20 cents I think I paid. Got a bunch of signatures, got some art prints, so that's what I'm going to show in this video. And of course I'm showing Batgirl or Batman Adventures number 12, first appearance of Harley Quinn. If you see my previous video, you know that I found that in the dollar bin. And I went and talked to some of the one of the comic book stores here local, and they said that I guess the owner was finding a lot of deals, not old ones like this one, but some newer stuff that's real hot right now. So there was some deals to be had, and you know, I'll definitely go back, and me and my son both had a great time. So, but yes, Batman Adventures number 12, first appearance Harley Quinn, $1. So I was very happy to get that. So let's kind of get to it. I'm gonna start off with some books I got signed. These artists were probably some of the nicest. I actually talked to this guy right here. I talked to him. Me and my son talked to him. He is really, really nice. I mean, probably the nicest artist. And for him to be a G.I. Joe artist, it made it even better. But he talked to me and my son for 25 minutes. You know, we talked about, you know, the Flash and Arrow and all these shows and stuff that's going on since, you know, comic books have gotten so popular as far as TV shows and movies. He was, you know, I'll definitely be a fan of his now. And I was in the past because I had a bunch of books. But let's kind of get to it. And I've got some stories behind some of the art, which is really, really cool. We'll start off with him. His name is Tom Feister. He did work on G.I. Joe and Iron Man. I targeted G.I. Joe. And the way we do when we go after autographs, and if anybody's got a better idea, let me know. I try and keep it to a 5-book minimum. And the way we do it, my son and I both go, and we both have 5 books. So we end up trying to get about 10 from an artist. And usually we'll go through the line separate times, but there was no line, so we were going up there, and I mean, they just had no problem at all. I mean, just super nice. But he did the cover of G.I. Joe 0, cover A. I don't know if he did the cover, but I know he did the artwork on it. And the other variant, I'm not sure which one. This is probably B. Nope, yeah, this is B. So, and as you can see, he signed it right there. Very cool. So, very, very, very happy to get that. G.I. Joe Origins number 1. Had him sign it. And right there, he was having some problems with his silver. And there's G.I. Joe number 6. I love that roadblock. Here's G.I. Joe Origins number 9, cover A. Some of these I got the art prints from them. I think this is G.I. Joe number 13. This is the variant. Got Snow Job on the cover. Now this one right here has got a story behind it. This is G.I. Joe number 17, cover A. Now, as you can look at it right here, he told me, he said that the story behind this was that all the little faces that's in the picture, you know, he wanted to do it where it could have been, who could Zartan turn into? He could turn into anybody. So he put all the faces that made up the cover. And the thing is with the faces, it's a lot of them is people that he went to school with. A lot of his friends are in that picture. There's a lot of famous people in it. I think he said George Bush, and you know, there's several other presidents and all that. But he said he ended up going to Facebook and was getting his friends' pictures, and they were putting them on the cover. So a little backstory to that awesome looking cover. So real happy to have that. Of course, you know, he signed it right there. And then this one too. And there's G.I. Joe number 18, cover A. Right there, signature. Love that cover. This is covered. This is the variant right here. I think this is B. This is one of my favorites right here, and this was actually one of his favorites too. I told him anytime I see the Cobra Soldiers with the, with the mask, I love it. Love the Cobra Soldiers. So very, very cool. And then picking up, well, I'll probably show the art prints later, but I did pick up some art prints from them, so I'll show those in a bit. Next guy was Tom Lyle. He did the cover for Spider-Man number 48. See right there. Another super nice guy. We got there, the lines wasn't real long. Bob McLeod was one that I wanted to target. Also, what I like to do with my my autographs, whenever I get one, I like to make a copy of the card, it's handed out. And kind of, I do a front and back scan. That way, I kind of know where it was autographed at. So Bob McLeod had him sign a bunch, but he did my Battlestar Galactica number 1, and actually did the signature in an awesome spot right there in the ray. My Captain America 330. Actually, I had Sam De La Rosa sign it last year, and he signed it right there. So there's that. I've got some books here that are well traveled, thanks to my buddy Matt Comic Quarter. Bob McLeod did the artwork. I think he did the cover. Pretty sure. I think he did the cover on G.I. Joe number 1. Him and Herb Trimpe both did the artwork. So he signed it right there, and of course I got Larry Hama to sign it this past year, and Matt ended up taking it to Baltimore for me and had Herb Trimpe sign it. So this is actually my son's copy, which is awesome. And there I've done, of course let's see here. Everywhere this book has been, it's got a tag from it. So real happy to have that. Did my G.I. Joe number 100. And I love getting multi-signature books. If I can get, whoever had something to do with the book, I'm going to do it. So I've got Larry Hama and Bob McLeod on there. So very cool. This is one of my favorite books right here, besides G.I. Joe number 1. This was a gift from Matt. He when he was in Baltimore, I think it was 2013. He ended up picking this up for me along with a print. And he had, let's see, first he had Michael Golden sign it, and then I had Larry Hama sign it. Matt took it back to Baltimore, had Herb Trimpe sign it, and now I've got Bob McLeod sign it. So it is very well traveled. So love it, love that book. He also signed my New Mutants, my number 1, right there. My New Mutants number 6, probably one of my favorite covers, Silver Samurai. Got signature right there. Thor number 284. Just wanted to kind of break up and do something a little bit different. Of course, I bet you nobody's got a Nith Man number 1 signed but me. There it is. Did this one because it's got Doctor Strange on it, and also Spider-Man in his black suit. Turn that music down. Power Pack number 1. June Brigman, I think that's her last name. Another nice lady. She was one of the artists and creators for Power Pack, so she signed it right there. Real nice looking signature. I think Bob McLeod's got one of the nicest signature out of the bunch. So. And some of the ones here that I was real happy to get. Like I said, 2 people that when I saw them, I was like, this is who I want to go see. It's Javier Solteres and Howard Mackey. Javier was the artist for Ghost Rider in the late 80s, early 90s. Howard Mackey was the writer, so both of them guys were there. So I had double sigs on my Ghost Rider number 1. There's Javier, there's Howard. Both of these guys were super nice. We donated $1 for each signature to Howard Mackey. you had no problem doing that at all. And we had a good conversation and stuff. It was either Howard or Javier. I think Javier lived in Missouri, so he's been to Arkansas quite a bit. But both of them guys were super nice. We ended up having to wait on Javier. I think we had to wait about an hour. We were done, and we got done with Howard Mackey, and we turned around, and Javier was just going to lunch. And I was like, God, so we had to turn around. We messed around, got something to eat, and a food truck was outside. And then we turned around and he came back in, and we got our cigs and talked to him for a little bit, and I think we kind of bum rushed him, right after lunch. But hated to do that, but we were done, and it was a long day, and we were just ready to get. So, but both of them were real nice. I actually got a print from Javier, so and also got my number 2 signed. I wish I would have grabbed a better copy of number 2. For some reason, this one's got like some scuffs on it. If you can look see it right there, the white. But it's okay. Got number 3. And Matt actually sent his issues number 1 and 2. And I ended up getting those signed for him. So I've got them packaged up, and they'll be going out probably Monday, So there's 3. Number 4, issue number 5. I was going to do the first, just the first 5, but then I love this cover right here. This was always one of my favorite covers right here, so I got him to sign that one. And I love this cover here, so number 10. So right there, both of them. So like I said, very nice guys. Probably the nicest ones that we've been around and talked to. Sometimes, like some guys say, you meet an artist that you really like, and you get disappointed with, that they just kind of blow you off or whatever. But these guys were just well worth the wait, and just nice. I mean, really nice guys, and really engaging. They asked my son a lot of questions, and I really like that. I mean, my son is not a comic collector. He's got some comics, and but he likes to go these things with me. And I thought my daughter was going to go, but she changed her mind. And I think you have to engage the kids, especially, and because they're going to be the future. So I'm going to show you some of the prints I got. I actually got this little book thing, this little binder. Let's see here. I'm gonna lift this up and show. These are some of the prints I got. This is Tom Feister right here. Some of these are, some art prints that I think this one's a cover, because I know this one right here is a cover, because that's one of the ones I had signed. Of course, I put a little placard down behind it so I know where it is. Let's see here. Here's another one I got. My son picked this one right here out. So we got 3. I think it was 3 for like $20 or something like that. Got this print right here. Javier signed it. I wish I'd turned around and had Howard Mackey sign it, but Howard Mackey didn't have nothing to do with it, so I decided just to. He said he actually commissioned this piece for a fan and liked it so much that he made some prints of it. Let's see if I got anything else. Yeah, that's it. That is all. So I'm actually going to start buying some prints. I don't know if what I'm going to do. I like to start getting some original art, and that's a whole nother animal. So okay, let's kind of get to it. I'm going to just blow through some books here. Like I said, these are all 20-cent books. Would I have bought these if I wouldn't have got them so cheap? No, probably not. But I do collect X Factor. I'm kind of fix this. So I end up picking up a ton of X Factors. I mean, I got 201, or 200, 201, 202, 205. I said I was going to just collect them to 130. But we're finding all these, for the cheap, 212, 13, 14, 16, 22, 24, 223, 220, 245, Here's issue 2 from the other series. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got this because, of course, you know, the Civil War is going to be real big. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I got that one. Of course, it's X Factor, but I like the Hydra cover. 16, 17, 18. I mean, I don't think none of these are anything to be excited about. 21, 31, 33, 34, but I did put a big dent in it. 35, 36, as you can see, 37, 38, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 50, and number 1, little one shot, and Quick and the Dead one shot. So yes, got a bunch of those. These right here came from the comic place is called Show Enough Comics, and they're out of Birmingham, Alabama. So that's where I picked up all these from. I'm just going to blow through them, guys. So Supergirl 65, 13, 64, issue 8, 50. I've been picking up a lot of Supermans here lately. 110, 149, 716, 759, 901, 4. I did get a bunch of doubles. Unfortunately, I got probably about 25 doubles of some stuff. So I'll probably do a trade or sell video. 23, 529, 11. Suicide Squad. I was surprised to see some of this stuff in there. Harley Quinn on the cover. Another Harley Quinn cover. Number 10. Got a bunch of these. 20 cents a piece. 11. Swamp Thing 17. 18. New 52. 19. 20. 22. Constantine. 23. 25. 30. 33. Real happy to find a bunch of Journey into Mysteries. And of course, you know, when Thor stopped, Journey into Mystery began again, and so I picked up a boatload of those. Let's see here. You know, like I said, what if I bought them if they were $1 or whatever? No, 20 cents, yeah. You know, 624, 25, 26. Covers look great. 626.1, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 32, 33, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 46, 648, 649, 650, 651, 652 with Beta Ray Bill on it. Same with this one. 653, 654, 655. Like I said, a whole bunch of those. This is just going to be kind of a hodgepodge of stuff right here. Anything I saw with X-Force on it, you know, cable, I was trying to pick it up. So there's 13, 15, 18. I think this is volume 1 of Uncanny X-Force. 19.1. 23, X-Men Prelude to the Schism. I got issue 1, so I picked up 2, 3, and 4. Uncanny X-Men. Number 7. Number 8. Uncanny issue 500. Of course, this is a Alex Ross cover. I saw that. I've got the issue, but this is actually my second copy, so I decided to pick it up. 500, which is one of the other covers. 537, 538, 542. 9. X-Men vs. Vampires, number 1 of 2. X-Force 15, 25, 3 of 3. Love that cover right there. I like those dark looking covers. Second printing variant, number 1. 3, Deadpool vs. X-Force. X-Men Legacy. I told myself I wasn't going to collect X-Men Legacy. But, you know, like I said, I found them for 20 cents. So I picked those up, $2.15, because this X-Men Volume 2, you know, when it ends, X-Men Legacy picks up. So $2.15, 27, 30, 31, 32, 33. There's $2.36, $2.39, $2.40, 242, 243, 244, 245, 46, 47, 48, 50, 51, 52, 53. Love that cover right there. It's good. 254, 56, 55, I'm sorry. 56, 57, 61, and 263. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just roll on through it. I was going to try and do 2 videos, but I'm just going to do this one. So, bear with me. There is some good stuff coming up. I know that's just a bunch of hole fillers, but there's some different stuff that I found that I was real shocked to see in the 20-cent box. So, Kick-Ass 2, issue 4, Kick-Ass 3, issue 2, Zombie Tramp. Can't go wrong with Zombie Tramp. So pick that up. That's actually a good looking cover right there. Issue 3. Found all these haunted horrors. I don't know if these are the ones that Hippies Collectibles was talking about. Yeah, these are thick books. I mean, look at that. You can see it right there. They're not a normal comic. So, picked up a good run of these. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Saw some iZombies, so I decided to grab those. There's 28. Littlest Zombie, number 2. Army of Darkness versus Hack and Slash, number 3. Number 4. 5. Oops. Yeah. Ash and the Army of Darkness 4. There's Annual 2014. Saw this right here. Love the covers on these. That's what drew me to them. Actually, I think I got almost a whole run. So I got Dead World Restoration. There's 1 by IDW. 2, 3, 4, issue 5. Found some 6-gun, Son of the Gun. Let's see here. There's 3, issue 4, issue 5. And this is just the regular series right here, issue 2020. I know that was a hot title. I don't know how hot it is now. 22, 23, 30, and 32. All right. I think Mercenaut's got like one of the best, you know, intros. Hey now, you know, that's freaking awesome. Love his stuff. I think me and Tom was talking. I think he's the king of getting deals. Alright, let's see here. Make sure these are all, yeah, these are all convention. I got a haul video I'm going to shoot too. Yeah, I haven't, my computer's been down for the last month. Haven't been able to really do anything, so I've had a bunch of books just kind of pile up, and so that's why I'm trying to get caught up here. I've got X-Force, I think, completed now. Got a few books coming. I'll have that all done. Trying to hit the 90s books. X-Men, X-Force. Probably end up finishing Cable. Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, any of that odd stuff like that. I think it's going to take off eventually. You know, I mean, you think about it. Guardians was nothing. I mean, it wasn't anything until the movie. When the movie leaked and everybody's heard the movie, everything shot up. So I think eventually, you know, Deadpool, X-Force is going to get big, so you might want to go try and complete that run, or at least get everything that's got Daredevil or Deadpool on the cover. Here's 48, got 2 copies of that. There's 49, got New Avengers, Luke Cage, found that one. Silent War, number 1. This is actually a double. I got it because Black Bolt on the cover. Thunderbolts. I've been chasing this damn book right here for a year. 128 right here. You know, look at that. I think I'm the only person that collects Thunderbolts. And look at that. Some of the later issues are just menacing, just badass looking. So, and I've got the annual 97. So I've got Thunderbolts finally completed. You know, I told myself on that one I was going to do it on the cheap. I wasn't going to go out and buy online. I was going to find everything, you know, in 25-cent boxes. I did a lot of that, and the only one I bought online I think was 97. So, and also I bought one lot of books here, and I'll show them on one of my next videos. There's 128. Found this one. Didn't know about this little one-shot right here, so grabbed it. Red Legends of Red Sonja 2. This is I think the variant right here. 2. So yeah. King Conan number 1. Number 4. Evil Incarcerated Osborne, or Osborne I should say. I'm sorry. There's 1 of 5. Found a whole run of that. 2 of 5. 3, 4, and 5. Vampire 0, 4, don't know nothing about this title. 9, 10, 11, but I was in the iZombie. I was in that zone, so I was just picking up anything. I didn't even know it was iVampire when I picked them up. So, Fear Itself, Wolverine, 2 of 3. Origins 49. Elektra from her new series 2. Widowmaker number 1 of 4. Age of Apocalypse 1, 3. It had Apocalypse on it. It was Marvel. I was like, okay, there's only one Apocalypse, so maybe that's him. I don't know. I hadn't looked at him yet. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 13. Wolverine 101. Trying to complete this right here. 102. Wolverine Weapon X 12. Savage Wolverine 9. Villains for Hire. Wish I found some more of these. I like those. Yeah, I like the, you know, Heroes for Hire, all that stuff. So 2 of 4. Found some of these. 68 Scars. This is issue 2 of 4. Cover A. Bought some variants of that just has some badass looking skull covers like this one right here. 4 of 4 cover A. Jungle Gym. This one is 4 of 4 cover A. Iron Man 33, Invincible Iron Man I should say, Invincible Iron Man 501. This is when it kicks back to the original numbering. 502, 506. I mean, they're going to have to get some more books next time they come to the show. But anyway, Show Enough Comics, any of you Alabama guys, you know, 507. The guys are actually super nice. 508. Punisher Warzone 5 of 5. 1 of 5. Alright. One more stack. And we're going to be done. You know, when we got there, I was getting disappointed. It just did not seem like there was a lot of comics. You know, it was more of a show. It had a bunch of toys. You know, they had little things going on, and the artists were there. You know, and I was prepared this time to go in and get cheap books. So that's what I was disappointed they didn't have better cheap books. I mean, I liked what I got. You know, but the last, I think it was last time, it was one earlier in the year that just had, I mean, it was just, you know, I wish I had more money, you know, but I didn't, you know, and I didn't prepare for that. And, you know, so these right here, I mean, I'm happy with all these books, you know, and I'm real happy to get that, that Batman Adventures 12. That was the icing on the cake, you know, but until I found those amazing Spider-Mans and Batmans, that's what I was worried I wasn't going to find those, because that's what I wanted to get. I wanted to target those two titles, and I did. So Fear Itself, The Deep, 1 of 4, you know, because I hear like Scott 13OX, I think, you know, Vin Crew talking about going to, you know, Craigslist ads, flea markets. I just don't find any deals like that. So just don't find them. So gotta wait till the cons come. Doctor Strange 33, Marvel Premiere 14, The Infernal Man Thing 1 of 3, Fantastic Four 586, Moon Knight 6, Nova 6, Nova number 11, trying to complete that one. Saw a guy had a huge run of Thor God of Thunder, and I missed the boat on that one, so I got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, oops, 14, 16, 17, 18, and 19 now, 20, 21. So I got a good run of that. Oh, New Mutants number 10. I probably could have got more of these. 19, I had a bunch more, but I just didn't. I put a bunch of stuff back. 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 30, 31. I was actually watching some of this stuff on eBay. And some of these books were going for $2 a piece, $2.50 a piece. You know, I was like, what? 31, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. I wouldn't pay $2. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 40, 41. See, I got some doubles. 41. I got another whole stack of doubles. 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 48, and 49. Alright guys, well that is all of my my Comic Con haul. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I really appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to put this as the backdrop for right now. You know, had a blast. I mean, that was like our 4th con that we've been to, me and my son. And it's probably one of the best ones. Like I said, it could have had more comics. But, you know, I was happy. I was happy with what I got. And, you know, like I said, I was panicking until I found the guy that had all the Amazing Spider-Mans and the Batmans. And, you know, the God of Thunder, Thor God of Thunder, that was another one. When I found that, then it evened everything out, you know. And artists were great. You know, they did a great job, you know, putting the thing on. You know, Kapow Comics is one of the comic stores I go to. You know, they got a big hand in it. And, you know, they did just a great job, you know. So, all right, I'm going to get off here. I've been rambling. Appreciate it, guys. And I guess I will talk to y'all later. I'll be doing probably a trade video soon, sometime. And also I'll probably do another video and show all the books I picked up in the last month. So thanks again, guys, and I'll see you.